we go. All we do is lightly go back and forth now. That's what the clay pulled out of the paint. All right, you guys, so here's my new 2020 Recon. I just washed it, and while the paint looks super clean and has a good shine to it, if you rub your hand across these horizontal surfaces, they're not really super smooth. So it feels to me like there's some contaminant on there. I'm not sure what that is. You know, these things get shipped on trains and in trucks, and who knows what it's been exposed to when it sat in the storage yard. So brand new paint. What we're going to do is we're going to clay bar today and see what comes off the paint, and then we'll treat it with the Chemicals Guys ceramic coating that I've been using on my JK that I absolutely love. So first step is let's get a clay bar going on this and see what we can pull out of the paint. All right, so let's get started on this fender. Horizontal surfaces, you guys, are always the biggest collectors of any contaminant, you know, heavy metals, whatever's in acid rain, you know. And of course, because they're facing up, that stuff just sits on right on that surface. So here we go. All we do is lightly go back and forth. Now, let's see. There you go. That's what the clay pulled out of the paint. And I can already feel that this is becoming very slippery again. So who knows what this was, a little over. So like I said, you just don't know, but let's not let that get away. We'll get that pulled up out of the paint. This paint will be clean and ready to go, and then we'll use our ceramics on it. But see there, it should be clean yellow, and that's what we're pulling out of the paint. So I'm liking where this is going. Turn this once. Let's hit it one more time. Yeah, it's still pulling more out. Wow. All right, now, next we'll take our microfiber and we're just going to dry this. And oh my gosh, what a difference. Yeah, that was pretty huge. So once again, you can see what I pulled out off the paint. In fact, you can see it on my finger. So let me work this into a new section of clay. We'll get started on the hood. But what this does is, this is, like I said, paint is like your skin. It actually contains micropores. So especially the horizontal surfaces, they sit right up where they collect things. Now that we've got this clayed out, it's clean. And we'll come back and we're going to use one of my favorite new products from Chemical Guys, their spray-on ceramic coating. So let's finish up the clay and then we can get this paint sealed and we're good to go. There we go. Pretty dirty. Like I said, I just 10 minutes ago hand washed it with Glossworks from Chemical Guys, which is a great wash for the paint. But that does not remove these impurities that we get with the clay. So yeah, now it's starting to feel slick, like clean glass. So this paint is going to be ready to be sealed. And I'm going to be feeling good about that. Like I said, you wouldn't think that, you know, your brand new paint coming out of the factory, that you didn't have to do this, but doing this allows me to get it back to what I know is good paint, and then we get to seal it. Why seal impurities in there, right? Voila. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Expedition Builds. It's a beautiful fall day here in Chicagoland, and it's a perfect time for me to get my paint prepped for the upcoming harsh Chicago winter. I did a video on my on the ceramic coatings that I used on my previous JK, and I'm using those products again on this brand new paint, and I'll show you what I'm using. The first step in this process is to take out any small swirl marks or scratches we might have in the paint. These things can come from, you know, wash racks. They can come from your dealership sometime, but they just don't handle the paint very well. So to take care of that, we use this product called VSS. I love VSS. It's a very easy scratch and swirl remover. Again, this is made, all the products I'm going to show you today are made by Chemical Guys. I love this product because it'll take out a light scratch, but as you work the product across the paint and as it begins to break down, the final part of this acts like a polish. So you're going to remove a really fine polish. So it's super easy to remove any scratches. So I took a good hard look at the paint. You know, we've wheeled it twice in Moab and in St. George and Sand Hollow. So I had a few little imperfections where we, you know, hit things on the trail. So took care of that with VSS. The next step now is we're going to apply the ceramic coating. This is what we're going to use, HydroCharge. HydroCharge is so easy to put on. Let me demonstrate how that goes now. And this is the first step of this process of protecting our paint. I think you guys are really going to like this. All right, here we are. So we're, like I said, we used VSS to remove any scratches or light swirls you might have on the paint. Everything's looking good. It's been hand washed. I use Glossworks on the hand wash for this to prep it. I'll be using one of the HydroCharge products to maintain every time I do a wash. But for right now, let's get the ceramic coating on the paint. And here we go. This is so easy. Always shake the product up, foam applicator. All we're looking to do now is to make sure that we're getting good, even coverage on the paint. Always work in a linear motion across your paint. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to come back and we'll do a crosshatch on it. As I said, I'm using very, very light pressure. All I want to do is make sure I have a good, even application on this. One more time the other way. That's it. We're going to let this dry. It's cool here, so we're going to let this dry for 2 minutes. Get a microfiber towel, buff it off. It's that easy. All right, it's been 2 minutes, so it's time to take the HydroCharge off of the paint. Let's buff it out. And all I'm using for that is a plushy microfiber. I always fold mine into, you know, 4 squares, so it gives me a chance to use each of these if I get any product buildup. Plus it's, you know, it gives you a nice soft touch on the paint. So all right, here we go. All right, same idea. We're going to keep moving in a linear fashion across the paint, never in a circular motion, because that can actually result in swirl marks if we did pick up some kind of contamination. But there it is, you guys. It's that easy. So we first did a clay bar. We washed it, we did a clay bar. As you saw, we picked up some impurities. Now we've done the ceramic coating on it. It's like glass, and the gloss, the depth of the gloss is quite amazing. So I'm super happy with that. Now, Chemical Guys does state that HydroCharge is a little cooler in temperature, meaning what it's going to do to your paint. So the next application, we need to wait 3 hours, let this dry, keep any water off of it. The next application, which is going to be Hydro-Slick. Hydro-Slick is a little warmer finish, so it'll warm up the color of the paint just slightly as we view it. So let's give this 3 hours. We'll come back and do the hood, do the rest of the vehicle, and then we'll hit it with Hydro-Slick. Now, Hydro-Slick is a hyper wax, so this is our second coating that we're going to add on top of this. So we're building this up. What we did was, with the Hydro-Slick, Hydro-Slick will fill in any imperfections on the paint and allow you to have a nice, glossy, smooth surface that we can build up this next ceramic wax on top of it. So this will be our final coat, but I think this is gonna be pretty outstanding. Okay, so it's been 3 hours. The HydroCharge ceramic coating is hardened. It's time to put some wax on it. Now we're gonna use Hydro-Slick. This is, Chemical Guys calls this a hyper wax. This will be our second coat on top of this, and a little of this, these are water based, you guys, a little of this goes a long, long way, so don't overdo it. Here we go. Again, I'm going to demonstrate just how incredibly easy on this corner of the hood it is to apply. I'm going to use the same technique. We're going to try to move the pad in a linear motion, and all I'm looking to do is put an even coating of product on the surface. I'm going to come back, like I said, do a crosshatch pattern, make sure we're coated. Now here's the great thing, same as the HydroCharge, 2 minutes in this temperature. It's a little cool, like I said. 2 minutes in this, we get to buff it off, we're done. It's that easy. I love these new ceramic products from Chemical Guys because they apply so easy, and they come off so easy, so we can, this is all done by hand. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes, we're back. It's time to take the HyperWax HydroCharge off the, sorry, the Hydro-Slick HyperWax off the hood. Boy, look at that. Phenomenal shine. I'll tell you what else is nice about this. It really pops this paint. There's a granite crystal metallic, has a little bit of metallic flake in it, and it really brings it up. There is a depth to this that is just beautiful. Wow. After we give this some time to dry, I'll come back and do a water bead test. I can show you how hyperphobic this stuff is, hydrophobic rather, and you can see how it'll bead up, but man, that is stunning. Hope you guys can, hope the camera picks this up. The paint is just beautiful. So, one more time. The first step we did in this process was a clay bar, a good wash, hand wash. Got the paint clean, we did a clay bar. You saw how much impurities we picked up out of the paint. We went after any small swirls with VSS swirl remover. After that was done, we hit it with the ceramic coating. HydroCharge. Easy on, easy off. We're sealed. You can build this up, but we need 3 hours of drive time between each coat, okay? And then we finish this off with Hydro-Slick, their Hyper Wax, ceramic Hyper Wax. And as you can see, this just looks stunning. So let me do the rest of the vehicle, and we'll get back and show you the finished product. As you can see, HydroCharge and Hydro-Slick adds an incredible gloss and depth to your paint, while providing up to 12 months of protection from the elements. The ceramic coating is extremely hydrophobic, allowing less dirt to stick to your paint, making washing and drying your vehicle easier and faster. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and please consider subscribing to help us grow this channel. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails.